Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a replay between Kiwikaki and Slush here on Jungle Basin. We have Slush spawning as the orange Zerg on the north side of the map, what I'll call the 10 o'clock position. Meanwhile, we have Kiwikaki spawning as the yellow Protoss over here on the bottom right hand side at what I'll call the 5 or 4 o'clock position. Jungle Basin, one of those really great maps that were recently introduced, removing Desert Oasis and Kulos Ravine. There is this low ground expansion here which is fairly well protected, so a lot of Zerg players open up and try to place down a 14 hatchery as it is the most protected expansion you could possibly ask for as a Zerg player. However, they also have to be aware that their opponent may try to go for a very aggressive push in that particular instance. The expansion over here is fairly much exposed, as you cannot get down enough creep tumors and enough spine crawlers in order to protect both your main hatchery over here and the natural expansion over here, as the creeps will not be extended over into this location in time. We do see one probe now making its way across the map. Taking a look at the production tab, discontinuing the power drone by Slush, and Slush now moving out with this one drone, may try to figure out what exactly his strategy is going to be. Try to take a look to see if there's double gateways perhaps positioned over here, or any proxy gateways in addition. So one probe now making its way over here to the low ground, and perhaps we'll try to place down a pylon, denying any real expansion. We do see one gateway coming in from Kiwikaki, so Kiwikaki now getting this one gateway. The key question will be whether or not he goes for a 2-gate or goes for an assimilator, and with that assimilator it means that he's going to try to go for more of a tech game, as this drone now trying to peck away at this pylon. Not quite sure why. What he really should be doing is trying to scout out to see if there is an assimilator down. He will quickly see that there is an assimilator and now know that that cybernetics core most likely will be coming into play. Kiwikaki also getting one pylon there, so that pylon there more just to deny any real expansion attempt coming in from Slush. Slush now getting up to about 300 minerals, and now he will not be able to place that one hatchery over there. So what is he going to do with this hatchery? Not quite sure, as this drone now moves around the map. Production wise, we do see 6 Zerglings now being trained and 1 queen, so that's what he saved his minerals on, just trying to make sure that that is now coming into position. And now Overlords finally making their way out across the map. We do see one cybernetics core coming into position over here. Will finish warping in just a moment. Very easily for that cybernetics core to be placed down, and then creating a very narrow choke point there, and then also protecting this one pylon, making it very difficult for, except I believe, range 5 units to be able to take down this one pylon. We do see Zerglings quickly taking down that one pylon over here. This drone will grow up to be a hatchery very easily, very soon, as these Zerglings now continue to just move around the map. One drone trying to take down this cybernetics core will not be able to do anything really about it, as that drone now wandering around once again, coming around into this position, and now going to just continue to get more and more insight and information onto this base here. So coming around, perhaps trying to get more information, and now coming back down on this ramp. We do see a level 1 weapons upgrade already currently being researched. So level 1 weapons upgrade, and now stalkers being trained. That is going to be a very aggressive play. That there is one zealot sitting right there, so that one drone is currently stuck inside that base unless he tries the mineral path. We also see a group of Zerglings now wandering around across the map as well. We also see one probe sitting over here. Perhaps we will see a proxy pylon here, and then trying to put pressure onto this backdoor. Slush is aware of this backdoor rock, so it does have overlords in the air in order to try to offer some protection and an early warning system. We do see one queen now making its way over, and we also see a baneling nest coming into play. So banelings coming into play should be very interesting to see what those banelings are able to do in terms of this fight. So one gateway, one cybernetics core, one gateway, one cybernetics core at the front door, 2 additional gateways being warped in here, and now the level 1 weapons upgrade off of this forge will allow these zealots to 2-shot any of those Zerglings, as we do not see any evolution chambers in play for additional armor. Taking a look at the income tab, we do see Slush currently behind 25 harvesters compared to 24, as all of a sudden he just started macroing up a ton of drones, training up 5 drones over here. It looks like he will be just continuing to just try to power drone in just a second as well, in order to try to get this economic advantage game underway. We do see a pylon currently warping in here, and what this is going to do is it will allow Kiwikaki to warp in stalkers and Zealots straight into this location. So Slush does see this one pylon, and how will he respond? Will he get a queen over there? And we do see some banelings currently waiting, and now in come these Zealots. So Zealots just warping across this distance, and now will be coming straight into this base here. Things are not looking good for these drones. Drones now desperately running for their lives as one spine crawler kind of come into position, will try to root, and now Zealots trying to come in as well. However, there are some banelings, and banelings trying to come into position, trying to start splashing. We do have a couple of Zerglings fighting as well. So this one spine crawler will be able to start slashing away, and more units trying to come in. One baneling now just going straight into that Zealot line, taking down a lot of those units there. So a lot of those Zealots are very low on hit points. However, one spine crawler very, very low, down to 34 hit points here, and now continuing to fight. One spine crawler trying to fight back. We do see one Zealot down to 10 hit points. As this fight continues, more Zerglings now simply getting a nice surround there and able to finish off all of that aggression. Zerglings now simply warping into this position here, and now all of those Zealots taking a fair amount of damage before those Zealots have finished warping in. So that is just not a good sight there. Perhaps the queen will be able to sit into this position here and start slashing away at this one pylon. I believe that is a range of 3. No, this queen now trying to slash away at these Zealots. Zealots just going to be able to simply engage on this one queen over here. So 2 queens trying to fight off against 3 Zealots, and that now a lot of aggression. However, Zerglings now perhaps going to try to run up this ramp. However, there is a nice choke point here with that Zealot, so no units will be able to really deal any damage as those Zerglings trying to get a good surround on those Zealots. Unable to get a decent surround. We do see a couple banelings now currently warping into or morphing into play as more Zealots trying to come off that mineral or come off of this pylon. We do see Zerglings now simply surrounding this one backdoor pylon there. Will be able to deal enough damage, and now these banelings trying to simply splash, able to get off a decent amount of splash damage there, taking down a couple more of those Zealots, dealing 50 damage or what 35 damage I believe across those units as those Zealots are able to finish off this attack once again. One hatchery down to 600 hit points. It may get taken down. We do see some queens now trying to make their way over, getting a transfusion off onto that and one hatchery, but will it be enough as those queens continue to try to slash away? Another transfusion may be needed. This one queen or one hatchery down to 150 hit points. Zerglings now trying to surround. However, the hatchery has been taken down, and broodlings will be able to finish off that attack, but a really, really heavy blow dealt to Slush. Slush unable to defend that one expansion, and now trying to start mining out of this location here. Kiwikaki sitting in a very, very strong position, does have a lot of harvesters, 35 harvesters mining off of 16 mineral patches, and will be able to get a stronger economy going as he is able to double power drone or power probe off of these 2 nexuses. These nexuses also getting a lot of chrono boost. We do see the level 1 weapons upgrade currently being, or sorry, the level 1 armor upgrade currently being researched. One Zergling trying to test the waters, unable to get through anywhere. One photon cannon on the back door, able to protect these destructible rocks. And now all Kiwikaki has to do at this stage is just continue to power drone, let his economic advantage take him into the mid game, and continue from there. What Slush needs to do is Slush needs to figure out what exactly his long-term goal and his long-term strategy is. We do see Slush very, very smartly laying down a creep tumor here into this location, allowing these creep tumors just continue to just spawn more and more creep, and making sure that all this creep does just constantly recede here. This hatchery will be completed in just a second, and now we see a 3rd base by Slush. So Slush will be running off of 3 bases, and if he's able to power drone enough and get back into this game, he may be able to pull off an amazing comeback victory, as Kiwikaki is in such a dominating position so far. We do see currently a Spire coming into play. Now, with a Spire coming into play, that means we most likely will have Mutalisk, and if Slush is also able to get these 2 Vespene Geyser down, start able to mine out of them, out of the extractors, he will be able to mass up a critical number of Mutalisks very, very quickly. We do see 1 Stargate, however, and with that Stargate training up a Phoenix, those Phoenixes may be too much for even the best Mutalisk micro, as the Mutalisks have a range of 3 and the Phoenixes have a range of, I believe, 4. We do see the Zerglings have quickly taken down these backdoor rocks. Does the Phoenix? Yeah, the Phoenix knows about this expansion over here, so Slush will not be able to hold on to this expansion for all too long. Kiwikaki currently sitting on a significant economic advantage. However, gas advantage is pretty much even, as both sides mining off of 4 gas at this stage in the game. Production wise, I believe we currently have 8 Mutalisks in the air, no additional Mutalisks however being macroed up on the ground, and we are now getting some Void Rays. We are also getting the Carapace upgrade as well for those Zerglings and those Roaches and Queens. Will it be enough? We do have one Phoenix continuing to just doing more and more scouting over here, trying to take down more of these Overlords. We do see one Queen quickly making its way over. We'll be able to protect that one Overlord as that Queen able to attack much more quickly than that Phoenix, and now I'm able to just come back even further. We do see a Void Ray, however, we'll be able to get fully charged onto that hatchery very, very easily, and that hatchery will be taking a significant amount of damage. I believe 31 damage a second, and you can see how fastly this damage is being dealt. This hatchery does not stand a chance, will get taken down. No Hydralisks, no Queens to offer any true or real protection. However, there are the Mutalisks over here trying to get off more and more kills. We do see a couple of probe kills across these Mutalisks. However, with an army of Stalkers and Sentries here, Kiwikaki will not be able to deal all too much. Will these Mutalisks quickly just try to fly into this position here and take down that? No, will not be able to, as this Void Ray continuing to deal that damage, and now that Void Ray quickly sniping this building down, and down it goes. So quickly getting taken down there. We do see a lot of Broodlings over here, and now Kiwikaki moving around. However, will quickly find itself engaging against a couple of Mutalisks over here, and that Void Ray will get taken down very quickly. Mutalisks able to take down a Void Ray, as those Mutalisks are not armored units. Also, that Void Ray was not fully charged. We do see a group of Stalkers now quickly going to start engaging against these Mutalisks, and now very smart, those Mutalisks deciding to back off. Mutalisks only deal 9 damage per attack and only with a range of 3. However, they have a decent amount of splash damage with that Glaive Worm. We do see a hatchery now coming into play over here. So Slush trying to replace the macro that he lost. However, Stalker Blink quickly catching up to one of those groups of Mutalisks, and now Kiwikaki is sitting with this large economic advantage and a large army advantage, continuing to just push out continually throughout this game. This hatchery will be completed most likely as these units are simply passing it, and now those Stalkers and those Sentries going to just try to simply walk down this ramp and gain sight. We do have, 8 Mutalisks in the air, and we also have a lot of Banelings, so those Banelings may be able to get off a lot of damage. We also see a fair number of Hydralisks over here, so those Hydralisks trying to get some damage done. We do not see any Blink coming in from those Stalkers though, so that's a little bit of surprise, as the army sizes has been evening out from both of these positions. Stay tuned for part 2 of this replay between Kiwikaki and Slush here on Jungle Basin.